Malaysia, through our ministry, successfully hosted the 26th ASEAN Economic Community Council meeting today. And we would like to thank the economic ministers and their delegation from all ASEAN member states, as well as Timor-Leste for their participation. It was an active participation and valuable contributions towards the successful convening of this meeting. Their presence underscores the importance of advancing ASEAN's economic integration and at the same time strengthening regional cooperation under the AEC agenda. The AEC Council is the ASEAN key coordinating body overseeing the work of the various sectors under the ASEAN Economic Community pillar. As such, it serves as a critical platform to review the progress of regional economic initiative, and then we discuss the key deliverables leading up to the 46th ASEAN Summit. At this meeting this morning, the AEC Council deliberated on several pressing issues, including the rising geopolitical tensions and the impact of US tariff measures on ASEAN trading and investment landscape. The ministers of the AEC Council collectively acknowledged that ASEAN would need to break away from a business-as-usual approach. We need to adopt a bolder, a more agile, a more forward-looking strategies. We need to safeguard and advance ASEAN's socio-economic interests. We reaffirm that ASEAN's centrality, non-alignment, neutrality, and unity remain the bedrock of our resilience and success. So this region's diversity, collective economic strength, political stability, and shared commitment serve as foundational building blocks to successfully navigate current and future challenges. So let me share a few key outcomes of the 25th AEC Council meeting. First, the AEC Council welcomed the full completion of Lao PDR priority economic deliverables for 2024. This marked the successful adoption of the roadmap on digital trade standards. The milestone reflects the continued commitment in advancing the ASEAN's digital economy agenda. Secondly, on the status of Malaysia's PEDs, the 18 PEDs, I'm pleased to report that 2 of our PEDs for 2025 have been successfully concluded. These are: 1, the full conclusion of the ASEAN-China Free Trade Area 3.0 upgrade negotiations. And we also have successfully concluded the upgrade of the ASEAN Trade in Goods Agreement, or ATIGA. So both upgraded agreements are scheduled to be signed at the sidelines of the upcoming 47th ASEAN Leaders Summit in October 2025, of course here in Kuala Lumpur. We remain confident that these milestones will serve as a pivotal enabler for ASEAN's sustained growth and competitiveness. The successful conclusion of these negotiations is expected to enhance the region's economic integration and generate significant economic benefits for ASEAN as we continue to navigate an increasingly volatile global economic landscape. In particular, the ASEAN Trade in Goods Agreements, ATIGA, the cornerstone of ASEAN's economic integration, will now feature forward-looking and commercially meaningful provisions aimed at further boosting regional trade, enhancing supply chain resilience, and also boosting deeper economic integration within ASEAN. Thirdly, we are also pleased to announce the conclusion of negotiations on the enhanced Memorandum of Agreement on the ASEAN Power Grid. This is scheduled to be signed at the 43rd ASEAN Ministers of Energy meeting in October 2025. So the ASEAN Power Grid, or we call it the APG, is a strategic initiative in strengthening ASEAN's regional energy security, connectivity, and sustainability. In this context, we also welcomed ongoing work towards the establishment of the APG Financing Facility Framework, which will enhance cross-border flows of FDI and new funding opportunities for regional energy-related projects. So the AEC Council has also expressed full support for the convening of a joint meeting between ASEAN's energy, finance, and economic ministers in August 2025. Fourth update, we wish to highlight the status of the ASEAN Economic Community Blueprint 2025, the AEC Blueprint 2025, which is now in its final year of implementation. We are pleased to report that as of April 2025, the overall implementation rate stands at a commendable 97%, comprising 75% completed measures and 22% currently in progress. The AEC Blueprint 2025 has played a pivotal role in shaping ASEAN's economic architecture over the past 10 years. It has served as a strategic roadmap for building a highly integrated and cohesive ASEAN economy, promoting inclusive and innovation-led growth. So this blueprint, ASEAN has made significant strides in areas such as trade liberalization, investment facilitation, SME development, especially micro SME, digital transformation, and sustainable economic initiatives. So this implementation rate, when I mentioned 97%, not only demonstrate our collective commitment for economic integration, but also reinforce ASEAN's ability to respond to global uncertainties in a cool, calm, and calculated manner. The key learnings and progress under the AEC Blueprint 2025 will serve as a solid foundation for the development of the AEC Strategic Plan 2026 to 2030, which will chart the region's next phase of economic growth and transformation. So in this context, the year 2025 marks another pivotal milestone for ASEAN as we prepare to launch the successor to the AEC Blueprint 2025, which is the ASEAN Economic Community Strategic Plan 2026-2030. So this forward-looking document will be launched as part of the compendium with the overarching ASEAN Community Vision 2045, ACV 2045, at the 46th ASEAN Summit. Tomorrow, we will witness the signing of the Kuala Lumpur Declaration. The AEC Council reaffirms support and commitment to the effective implementation of the AEC Strategic Plan, which will guide ASEAN post-2025 economic integration agenda. And the AEC Council also look forward to the regional socialization of the AEC Strategic Plan. This will be held on the 12th of June, so all of you invited. This will serve as a key multi-stakeholder platform to socialize and share the economic benefits of the AEC Strategic Plan. AEC Council also discussed and reaffirmed support to facilitating and accelerating Timor-Leste's accession to the required ASEAN's economic agreements as outlined in the roadmap adopted by leaders in 2023. As Chair, Malaysia expressed that Timor-Leste accession is a priority for our chairmanship in 2025. We share our strong view that Timor-Leste's entry as ASEAN's 11th member state will further strengthen our regional economic growth and potential. We also continue our exchange on economic outlook and continuing uncertainties due to the volatile geoeconomic situation and their likely impact to the region, taking note of the outcomes of Special AEM and the Special AEM Dialogue Partner Consultations, as well as the first ASEAN Geo-Economic Task Force meeting, which happened on 16th of May. The Council acknowledged the need for collective action to respond and address the disruptive global trade policies.